Hi, welcome to today's program, guys. I just want to discuss something that have been going around. Like, I know you have been watching things like that, and I also have been watching it. These days we come to see a lot of prank going on in Nigeria. Different kinds of prank. Maybe you prank your wife, you prank your girlfriend. Various kind of prank. Maybe you prank your friends. So some of the pranks are very risky. That sometimes we don't know what is actually going. There's one I actually saw last time that um, it involved someone carrying a friend or a young kid in the bag, and when they got into some kind of misunderstanding with the police they said it's a prank, and that can be very dangerous sometimes. People can lose their life on that, considering the nature of Nigerian police and security force training. But what shocked me on this one is he actually reviewed the quality of training that the so-called Nigerian country police, um, soldiers, and their intelligence officers have. If you look at this prank that is going on here, this young lady, I don't know, maybe probably her husband or boyfriend, she was pranked maybe for hookup and things like that. She came along, but on this process, what I want you guys to look on is that there is a military man there. He was there, and this lady was literally abused by her boyfriend or her husband. So then that question comes that is the military, is the force meant to protect a citizen, or are they there as an instigator or part and parcel of the abuse that is running around in the country? I keep saying that the Nigerian soldiers and Nigerian police need training. The country, is being run without, structure. That means every section of the country is not functioning. The police is not functioning, the military is not functioning, the intelligence office is not functioning. Once you have the money, the law is broken. Many people, in every country you go, it's hard for you to see an individual who has no federal post. Even when you have a federal post, their military will not be guiding you. Military only comes out in terms of war to defend the nation. It's not to guide an individual. And looking at this man here, he's not a military officer. He's not someone who is holding a presidential or a state post that will warrant them to give him a security. What we are saying there is that Nigerian police is not working. That's why you see the riot and agitation I'm saying about. You find that the police will just go and kill at ease. Look at what happened here. The young girl is having problem maybe with the husband or the boyfriend or the fiancé. The military man released a gun, shoot on air, and in front of the military man, a civilian is abusing his wife. He says nothing. That tells you that so abuse has been normalized. This is something you know that somebody cannot do to your sister, your mom, and you let the person go. But you are watching someone that are getting abused, getting beaten, and you guys are saying it's prank. I'm saying this that this guy that did this prank is untouchable or something that did this prank need to be called to action, or need to be called to be cautioned by people, or need to be cautioned by the state, or need to be cautioned by the government. In things like this, you don't do this kind of prank. In this way, this lady's life may be a threat. Look at the guy, raising gun and everything. What of if the lady collapsed there, have a heart attack? You guys does not have any first aid. You guys does not have any training to resuscitate her there. She will just go off. This prank that you guys are doing, you have to, tone it down. To be honest, there's some of them are becoming very risky. Like what we saw here, soldiers in front of soldiers, a male was beating a lady. So how will you convince this lady tomorrow when you beat her that she should go to the police and report so that you get arrested? She know that you will never get arrested because if you have the money, the security and law is not for you. I keep saying this always that Nigeria needs restructuring, that the country needs to sit down and negotiate what is going on in that country. The law is not functioning. Once the president break a law, it will start breaking because the top is not functioning. How will you think the bottom will function? The police, the military, the SS, and whatever, they don't know what they are doing. The only time they work is when you bring the money you give to them, then they will work for you, not they work for justice. There's no justice in the Nigerian police force. All they work is because you gave them money. What I saw here in this prank is totally messed. A Nigerian police, which is the top security that protect the nation, is guiding an individual who has no federal post. Even state post, he has not. So that same abuse you will see celebrities, maybe if you're a musician, we saw Nigerian police, guiding you. If you come back from overseas, we saw Nigerian police guiding you. You can pay them 30, 20, 50,000, 200,000. They will guide you. Forgetting that these police are being paid by taxpayers' money, then they will guide an individual. This has been something that the nation need to fix. And how can they fix this? They need to sit down and work out which way the country is going, because the country is not functioning. Everything there becomes lawless. The police does not know their job. The soldiers does not know their job. And a civilian taking soldiers that are meant to protect the nation to guide him too. When the lady said he shoot gun up, the gun, the bullet, there's no consequence. There's no account for the bullet. Could you imagine how many people have been intimidated by, coming with police and military because they are poor? When I'm saying calling to everyone to start speaking up, it seems like, I'm making things up or something like that. But look at what happened here. Let me just give you an example. In Australia here, you can't be in front of police and abuse a lady. You are going to jail, big time jail. Then talk less of military, which is the defense force of this country. In UK, you can't do that. In America, you can't do that. It's only a useless place like Nigeria you do that. And many of us are see those things, we laugh because the country does not have direction. If there's a direction in the country, this kind of prank, we know that this is not on. Even the policeman will not be there to watch this prank. It doesn't matter if it is a setup. When children are watching this, they told them that they can get a police and beat their mom or beat a lady without no problem, no consequence. Not only adults watching, children are watching. I know comedians are one of the best things children watch a lot, because most of them, some of them, there's no sexual nudity, exposed much. So why are we allowing this to do? I was disappointed watching Nigerian force, Nigerian military, allowing this to happen. In front of them, a guy brought his wife or his girlfriend and start beating her up. In fact, the military actually go by and bring the lady to this guy to beat and say, "Stay here, madam." What connection did the military man have to guide a civilian who does not have any federal post? Even the president of the country can only go by SS or policemen. But military these days, when you have some little money, you can take military. Look around the celebrities. Somebody who is not having a federal post, who does not have a government post, is going with police. And these police are being paid by taxpayers' money. And you are guiding just an individual because he earns money. So when we ask them to speak up for the injustice of the poor, to speak up so that the nation will fix, to speak up so that the nation will dialogue and people will know what they want and where they stand, they refuse because the few of them are benefiting from this corruption. A few of them see corruption as a way to intimidate or a way to manipulate and a way to get away with some nasty things. Look at what happened to this lady. Two military men here, dear. I saw someone call himself a comedian watching a woman be beaten, even if a woman, individual, be beaten. In a functioning country, this can never happen. These military guys will lose their job and they are going for jail. They are going to jail for a long time. Both the guy that beat. The Nigerian military, Nigerian police force, Nigerian intelligence office, they are all corrupt. They are lawless. They are not functioning. They don't know their job. They don't know what they sent them to do. Go around, when you travel in Nigeria, you see military men, carrying gun, threatening people. You wonder, what did these people went to military school to learn? It's just to maybe to drag on the street to say whatever you want to say. These are people that need to be respected, but they came out to mess the community up, to mess the nation up. because of what the president of the country is not functioning. Buhari is lawless. When you flood the court's order, when you flood each law that they bring in the country, when you see that the only way you can run a country is to kill those that disagree with you or to jail those that disagree with you, then how will the country function? When you have not laid a foundation, a way that everyone can follow, a way that everyone can be held accountable, then the nation will not function. My advice is that all the militaries, all the police guiding celebrities in Nigeria that you are not holding any government post must be withdrawn. And the only people that may be allowed to have a military or allowed to have intelligence officers, no police officers, are the governors, maybe the deputy speaker or the speaker of the house or the senate president. And the president is the only one that is allowed to have military around them. We should stop abusing these things. Look at this lady. What we teach our generation that it's okay to come with a military man and abuse your wife and abuse your lady and abuse your family and do whatever you want. When you have money, you can do whatever you want. Nation cannot function that way. Any nation that is function that way will never progress. Can never progress. That's why you see killing in Nigeria is like, it's like normality. Nobody cares. Once it's not you, it's not your brother, it's not your sister. That's it. They can kill whatever they want to kill. You still? I cry each time I see people being dying. I cry each time I see people on the street. Because I know it's someone's daughter, it's someone's son, it's someone's brother, and it's somebody's father to be. It's someone in-laws to be. It doesn't mean to. I cry every time I see it. It doesn't matter what tribe it is. So look at this lady. What happened here? This comedian must be called to action. All this prank of a thing must stop.